Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island, is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
Today on Go Island, it's an education in whiskey and what is going on with this brie. A revolution in craft beer. It's nesting time for some wildlife, and Derek takes a ride through our heritage. Before we get into the whiskey, it's a preview of the 12th annual Wee Tipple Festival, a fundraiser for Crimson Coast Dance Society. That is Jeff and Holly making sure they are up on their whiskey facts. We're going to start with some beer. Matt Carter is looking into the current craft beer revolution. The Nanaimo Kinsman Beer Festival runs on Friday, April the 10th at the Bevan Park Social Center. You can get tickets in advance. I don't think there's any at the door at Lucky's Liquor Store and other locations. Now, I'm sure there will be some of the best craft brews at the beer festival, but right now we're talking the best of the best in the world of whiskeys. Jeff is here at the Grand Hotel, and what have we got? What is making a buzz right now?
Well, very exciting. Kavalan whiskey from Taiwan, and recently it's been ranked #1 single malt whiskey in the world. And it's our 4th season hosting the Wee Tipple here at the Grand, and it's a fundraiser sponsoring Crimson Coast Dance Society. And this would be one of the whiskeys that you'll be sipping on April 17th.
Okay, so now is this considered a new world whiskey?
It is. It is one of the newest distilleries, and it was designed and put together by Dr. James Swan in Taiwan.
Does that mean it's healthy for you? Does the doctor prescribe it?
The doctor prescribes two wee drams for every gentleman and 1 wee dram for every lady daily. So
okay, well, let's get into it. Shall we look at some of the characteristics? I'll take my daily dose as prescribed by the doctor.
Here's your dram.
Okay.
And so, New World whiskey. And
what you're
noticing is a wonderful apricot mahogany color in that range. It's quite dark considering it's a younger whiskey. And what happens is, because it's New World and Taiwan, you're getting an immense amount of fruit bouquet because the aging process is accelerated because of the geographical location.
Okay, so as I take a sip, what am I looking for, feeling for, trying to analyze as it goes across the various stages of my taste buds?
Okay. It's quite a high cask strength, and you're going to get an amazing burst of barley, sugar, and the finish will be slightly oaky, and you're getting bourbon cask and Oloroso sherry nuances as well.
Okay, well, I want to keep up on my prescription and do what the doctor says, and
Absolutely.
Prescription unfinished.
The whiskey looks wonderful on you.
All right, we're going to be back with more in whiskey and some food as well after a short break. It's raccoon nesting season on Vancouver Island. What you didn't know about sea stars and exploring Nanaimo's history by bicycle. Ian is the executive chef here at the Grand Hotel, and when we told him that we wanted to put him on television today, your first reaction was, no, I'm not ready. We said, well, we don't really take no for an answer. You must have something going on, and he does. This is incredible. What are you doing to this brie?
I've got this great brie here that I'm marinating in whiskey for a couple of days now with some fennel, some black pepper, and Macallan whiskey. And I'll let it sit for about 3 days, and then I'll flip it over. And then as the weeks go by, it's going to change color. And the flavor and intense, powerful. Take just a little bit on a little cracker was just great. And
wow, it must be very potent.
Oh yeah, you could probably get a little tipsy.
So you're going to be serving this up at the Wee Tipple on the 17th?
Yes, we are.
This exact piece. When we say this, we mean literally this.
I've got some other ones marinating right now as well, but this is probably good enough for me. I might share.
Oh, well, I hope you do, because I've never heard of this before. Does it change the texture?
Yeah, it changes the texture and the color. This has only been a couple of days, but as the days go by, the flavor is going to get more intense and intense.
And can you do it with other things? I know we're on the topic of whiskey today, but could you do it with wine? Could you do it with some kind of...
You can do it with wine, but whiskey's got such a potent flavor, and it's really intense. And this cheese, the brie, it's going to take this on.
Excellent. Okay, well, I can't wait to taste it, but I think we're going to have to about 2 more weeks, right?
2 more weeks. I'll share.
Okay, that's April 17th here at the Grand Hotel. A Wee Tipple party for the Crimson Coast Dance Society. You need to get your tickets in advance. We'll tell you how you can do that a bit later on. But it is nesting season. Spring is here. If you find some little critters in your attic, there are a few things you should know before attempting to move them. Here's Kelly Robinson. Continuing now with our explorations of whiskeys that you can sample at the upcoming Wee Tipple party. We're moving to India now. What have we got here, Jeff?
We have Amrut whiskey from Bangalore, India, and it's called Fusion. And the reason is they have Scottish barley and Himalayan barley.
Is that unusual?
It's the only one in the world right now where they're fusing Scottish and Indian barley. And in recent years, it's been ranked number 3 in the world. And once again, it's a New World whiskey, and because of the location, the aging profile is accelerated, and so what you have is a very beautifully intense floral, fruity whiskey, but this will have a hint of smoke that you haven't seen in the last whiskey.
Now, I've been getting a little bit of flack off camera for the size of my sample sip last time. Is that true? I'm just supposed to be wetting my lips?
You're appraising the bouquet,
Okay.
you're nosing the whiskey, and then you're going to have a discreet sip. So
A
that you
discreet sip. Okay, never been my strong suit. Here we go. That's better. Ooh, very different, less fruity than the previous, a little sharper. I don't know if that's an accurate descriptor.
The barley, the sugar, the fruit is very well pronounced, but the cask finishing is much drier. You're getting a lot of the smoke and oak profile and a very sharp, aggressive bite on the finish, and that's coming from some of the cask.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
okay
it's
there?
a gorgeous
Yeah.
whiskey. Just
Good.
enjoying it intensely.
Oh, good. Good.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now we're moving on to something. Would you call this classic? Or
So
would you call this?
We've gone from India and now we're in Scotland, and this is an Islay whiskey, and Islay is renowned for their peating levels of whiskey. So basically they'll take peat and they'll smoke the barley, and what that gives you is intense smoke and heather profiles.
I can smell the smoke with it from this far away, I think.
Yeah, just gorgeous. Islay, one of my favorite whiskeys, and this is the newest distillery on Islay, and it was established in 2005 and put together by Dr. James Swan. He's also the man who helped as technical advisor for the Cavalan Solist. So you're seeing incredible quality in a short period of time.
Now, at a tasting, to do it properly, we'd be cleansing our palate between sips, so we are blending these flavors a little bit. But
yeah, these intense essential oils will be coating your palate for quite some time. But we're finishing with the heaviest of the bunch.
Okay.
As well as the smoke and the peat, you're getting intense honeycomb and barley, and that's coming from the special casking of Buffalo Trace bourbon casks. So this Kilchoman has 3-, 4-, and 5-year-old whiskeys finely finished in Buffalo Trace casks and some Oloroso sherry.
what role are you going to play at Wee Tipple? Will you be sharing all of your knowledge with guests?
I'll be roving. I'll be roving
Excellent.
as a whiskey ambassador.
You'll be very busy, I'm sure. I think out of them all, the first we tried in the show
The
is my favorite.
Solist. Yes, well,
Yeah.
number 1 whiskey in the world right now.
For a good reason. We're going to head down to Victoria now. Well, Sydney, actually. The Shaw Ocean Discovery Centre has a bit of information about sea stars for you. Morning Glory School's May Festival is taking place this year on May the 1st, 11 a.m. That's out near Hilliers. Holly Bright is with the Crimson Coast Dance Society, which of course the Wee Tipple 12th annual is a fundraiser for. What are the funds used for?
You know, the funds are used for all of the good programming that we do in the community, and in particular, we put those toward our Infringing Dance Festival, which is coming up the second weekend of July, which is with Dragon Boat Festival, 2 autonomous festivals happening at the same time and place, Maffeo Sutton Park, downtown Nanaimo, on July 9th to the 12th.
That's coming up so soon, isn't it?
is.
And this will be the second year working in partnership with
Third
them?
year.
Third year.
Third
Time
year. It's a
flies.
fantastic partnership. We're bringing in a company from Montreal who does a fusion of tango and contemporary dance. It's going to be awesome. They're at the Port Theatre, and Milonga to follow. And we've also commissioned a company from Vancouver to create a salsa dance piece on local salsa dancers, which will be presented another night at the conference center, and there'll be a salsa party to follow that as well. well. So all cultural dance and fusions this year.
So when you say create, you mean with the public who's attending the Dragon Boat Festival? Is that what you mean?
No, I mean they've come over separately to make a new piece on these dancers. It's a commission. Wow. And so we've commissioned them to work with local salsa dancers to as a professional opportunity and a way to integrate and value what's happening already here in Nanaimo. We have such a fantastic and vibrant dance scene. So we're supporting that and also bringing a sample of all the cultures, cultural dances that represent the people who live here.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. Wee Tipple, Nanaimo's annual whiskey festival, takes place here at the Grand Hotel on Friday, April the 17th. More than 100 different combinations available to you, including, of course, whiskey. There will be other spirits locally produced. There will be some beer, some wine, some cider, all kinds of things, and musical entertainment as well from the Steve Jones and David Baird. You cannot get tickets at the door. Visit Crimson Coast online or pick up your tickets here at the Grand Hotel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the party.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Center, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.